Hello everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas on my channel. Unfortunately, I have to talk about books slash authors that I do not like. Some of them are DNFs, some of them are just, well, some of them maybe authors I'll read again, but I'm really hesitant to. I don't even read this video, it's gonna be bad. Let me try to get through this as quickly as possible. So the first book is, I just feel bad like talking, negatively about all these books, but whatever. The first book I didn't like so much that I deleted it from my memory, so I don't know what it's called. So, sorry. So maybe comment section help me figure out what book this is, even though I know like nothing. I remember nothing. I read this book senior year, college last year, and it was during move out week, so everyone was moving out the dorms. So outside the dorms, we had donation stations like in front of every dorm. And as soon as I was finished reading it, I packed it up, put it in the donation bin, and never looked at it again, never thought about it again. I don't know what it's called, but it is by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And the only thing I know about it is that it's a love triangle. So please comment all of her love triangle books below because I don't know what book it is. But that was such a bad reading experience that I don't think I want to read her again. And so sorry, it's completely deleted. I have no idea what book it was. So I don't think it was one of her new books though. So sorry, I know absolutely nothing about the book. But anyway, the writing was bad. It was just not good. And I remember absolutely nothing. The next book is, well, the next author I'll talk about is Pierce Brown. I DNF'd Red Rising. I abandoned Red Rising because there's sexual violence. And I felt like it was not necessary. And it just played into the what I think are the misogynistic themes of the book. Like, women didn't have a voice, they were just abused, they killed off the main character's wife at the very beginning of the book. And a lot of people call that fridging. I just think it's misogynist, it's just treats women terribly. I don't want to go to sci-fi to read that, and I just don't think that series is for women. I know a lot of women who love it, but I just cannot get behind that. I just don't enjoy reading about women getting sexually abused. So, sorry. So the next big 180 is The Selection by Kira Cass. I read this in high school. So, I guess I should have read it in middle school. But I remember just the writing being terrible and not enjoying it, and I think this book does not deserve the fame that it has, and I don't think it's a good book, and I don't recommend it. The next author, she's not as bad as everyone else, but Emily Henry, like, there's another black booktuber who talked about it. I just think it's not for a black woman. I don't know. It's too white, I guess. But yeah, she's not like an author absolutely not read again, but I just don't. I'm really hesitant to. I read that on Goodreads. Her highest rated book is Book Lovers, which I read, and I'm like, if there isn't a book better than that, then I don't want to read the other books. So that's that. So yeah, my main change on that. And the author that I absolutely will never read again is the Lucy Score. I DNS the things we hide from the light or whatever the book is called. It completely ruined a trope. Like, you know, authors are bad if they ruin um, a whole genre, a whole trope. Like, it's it showed how bad Grumpy Sunshine is. Like, you can't just take a whole gender and stereotype them to be grumpy. And like, anyway, so it kind of, I just don't want to read about grumpy men anymore. It's such a caricature. The characters had no depth. The writing was bad. The plot was bad. It was just terrible. People, I don't think they liked the third book. I can't remember, third or second. So people are starting to see that she's just not a good writer. I do not want to read any of her books ever again. So the last book I'll talk about is Passion and Venom. It is a dark romance, so when you're starting dark romance, you're bound to find, without the proper research, um, you're gonna find something you don't like. But yeah, I forced myself through. So yeah, I forced myself through all of these. Except Red Rising was so brutal, I couldn't get through. And Lucy's Scores was so terrible, I couldn't get through. But everything else I pushed through. Passion and Venom. I can comment her name below. It's basically like Beauty and the Beast, but it's a captor-captive romance, and now I will never read captor-captive romances ever again. So yeah, maybe, but I remember the writing not even being good, so, this may just be the wrong trope for me, but still. Just don't want to read about women in a cage falling for a cruel man. So yeah, I'm never reading captor-captive again, and I don't recommend it. So yeah, I pushed through. I'm like, I have to finish a dark romance. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next more positive video.